Hi, so I put together this presentation of adult fiction titles for some of my good friends. This is a pretty eclectic mix of books that I've read recently and really enjoyed, and I hope you do too. So the first one up is Attachments by Rowell. Lincoln is the guy who reads your email. It's his job to monitor the company email to make sure people aren't misusing it by sending racist jokes, spam, porn, or even just too many personal messages. Beth and Jennifer, they're coworkers, best friends, and definitely misusing the company email. But instead of reporting them like he knows he should, Lincoln just keeps reading. He enjoys hearing about their daily life and feels like he knows these women. He knows people would frown on it, but he can't help himself. And he gets worried if he doesn't hear from them in a while. Even worse, he starts to fall for one of the women, and he realizes that she's emailing about him, her cute guy, she calls him. And he decides to get his life together. He's gonna get in shape and move out of his mom's house so he might have a chance with the girl of his dreams. But what happens when she finds out that her cute guy has been reading her email for months? Attachments by Rowell. Next up is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. I wake up and I have no idea where I am. The bed is bigger than it should be, and there's a man next to me, which isn't unusual. I'm in college, but he's married. He's a married man. Is this what I'm reduced to? One night stands with married men I can't remember, and God. I tiptoe into the hallway to use the bathroom, praying I don't find any children. And when I reach for the bar of soap, I see my hand, but it's not my hand. It's an old hand. It's got veins sticking up and wrinkles and thin skin, and then I look up into the mirror and I see my face, but it's not my face. It's the face of a woman who's 2.5 decades older than I am. Behind all the wrinkles and the gray hair, she has my eyes. That's when I go wake up the man in the bed, and he tells me that he's my husband and that I was in an accident where I lost all of my memories and can't make new ones. So every day I wake up and I have no idea who I am, and he has to tell me every day that he's my husband. His name is Ben. I'm 47 years old and I had an accident. When he leaves for work, I get a call from a man who claims to be my doctor. And I go to meet him, but who knows who this guy is? So we're in a public place and he hands me a journal. Apparently I've been writing in it for a while, trying to capture all of my lost memories. And there, on the front cover, are the words, "Don't trust Ben." Well, without my memories, if I can't trust my husband, who am I supposed to trust? And what has Ben been lying about? Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. My third book is What Changes Everything by Masha Hamilton. On his final aid rotation in Afghanistan, Todd Barbary is kidnapped in the middle of the day off a busy street when he takes a walk by himself to get ice cream. Meanwhile, back in Brooklyn, his wife Clarissa is doing everything she can to make the best decisions that will bring him home safely, even though those decisions conflict with what the FBI and her stepdaughter think she should be doing. Stella and Daniil Sidorova are trying to come to terms with the senseless death of her son and his brother in Afghanistan. Stella writes letters to anyone she can think of for answers. Government representatives, army officials, even Bob Dylan, but especially to Daniil, who stopped speaking to her after Piotr's death. Daniil has turned to street art to help him grieve. He's created strong, stunning, politically charged pieces that have caught the attention of the New York art scene. Mandy Wilkins, the mother of a wounded soldier home from Afghanistan, travels to Kabul, where her son lost his legs, to try and help the hospitals and refugee camps with their overabundance of injured people, and to maybe heal some of the wounds caused by her son's injuries. And Amin, who used to be the personal assistant of the deposed president Mohammed Najibullah and is currently working for Todd, is desperately trying to negotiate Todd's peaceful release by navigating the strict Afghan relationships and customs. Through his eyes and through the fictional letters from Najibullah to his daughters, we see Afghanistan as they do. A beautiful country, proud, but complicated by rival factions. What Changes Everything by Masha Hamilton. Fourth, I have The Ghost Bride by Yangsze Choo. In Malaya in 1893, I expect my father to arrange my marriage. But when he proposes that I be a ghost bride to the dead son of the wealthiest family in town, I'm aghast. I know it would solve all of our problems, it would erase my father's debts and restore us to the respectability we once enjoyed, but it also means I would be a widow on my wedding day, and I would have no hope of happiness or children. It's an archaic custom that seems especially cruel since nobody actually believes in the spirit world anyways. Well, when my proposed fiance starts haunting my dreams, I learn to believe in the spirit world. I am desperate to rid myself of this ghost, and when I accidentally almost die and find myself in the spirit world, I think this is my opportunity. But he has aligned himself with terrifying, bull-headed demons who are searching the city for my spirit. And with no one to help me navigate this unfamiliar ghost world, how will I ever get rid of him and return to my body before my spirit is so disconnected from life that I remain a ghost forever? The Ghost Bride by Yangsze Choo. And last is One Day by David Nicholls. Dexter and Emma meet in Edinburgh on their graduation. They spend one day together, and that lays the foundation for a lifelong friendship. And we visit them on the anniversary of their meeting every day for the next 20 years. We watch as they grow into adults. Emma is serious and intellectual and writes unsuccessful plays until she falls into teaching, while Dexter travels the world drinking and getting laid, and his good looks land him a job as a television presenter. And though each person is interested in the other, circumstances and sometimes Dexter's bad behavior prevent them from ever becoming a couple. But no matter what happens, no matter how far apart they drift, Dex and Em are the best friends either one has ever had, and they travel through life together, one day at a time. So that was my adult fiction presentation. I hope you had enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for listening.